Super Focus of Nigeria will begin at the defense of their WAFCON title today against Malawi. Cote d'Ivoire mark WAFCON return with an emphatic victory over Burkina Faso. From Rashidi Ekini to Nwankwo Kano, Jejo Kocha, John Obi Mikel, Vincent Inyama and Vito Sime, Nigeria has produced football icons who have left their mark across the world. But if you had to choose one, just one, as Nigeria's greatest football export of all time, who gets your vote? Who would you choose to be Nigeria's, or who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football? Plus, Chelsea's reported interest in Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck has divided opinion. But what does these experienced Premier League veterans actually brings to the Stamford Bridge or to the Blues? All these and more will come your way this wonderful Tuesday afternoon, the 28th day, the month of July 2026. Allwell Obi is my name. Welcome back, or welcome to another edition of Sports Central on Family Love 97.7 here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Right, it's raining. It's a wet afternoon. It's raining across the Garden City of Port Harcourt, but we are here to warm you up, to fire you up from the ever busy world of sports. We're also going to bring you up to speed with some of the stories making the rounds in the ever busy world of transfers. Preseason games ongoing. Chelsea just defeated Sydney FC 10 goes to 6 or so. Yeah, 6-4. Yeah, 6-4. Chelsea fans, you know, as much as I don't pay attention to preseason, I don't follow preseason. I don't want to talk about preseason, but I don't see it as a serious competition, or it's not really a competition. I just see it as an avenue for friendly games, to try out tactics and the rest. So Chelsea got the better of Sydney earlier today. Some minutes ago, 6 goes to 4. Chelsea fans over social media, they are all going agog and going berserk as regards to that victory. But that is preseason, just preseason, friendly games. You're welcome. The show is absolutely interactive as usual. Phone numbers to call to be part of Sports Central this afternoon: 020845559977. The alternative line to call to be part of Sports Central today, it's 0907-710-6501. That number is on WhatsApp as well. You can send us your thoughts via WhatsApp to react to some of the stories and some of the conversations that we've lined up for today on Sports Central on Family Love 97.7 FM. Allwell Obi is my name. I'm your host for today, and Emmanuel makes a return on the show this afternoon. Emma, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to be back.
You happy to be back? Say that again.
I'm happy to be back.
You sound like like an excited Chelsea fan who got a victory over Sydney.
You just said it's preseason, so I'll just try out tactics and the young players to see who are going to stay, the players that are going to stay, and then the likes of the Lap and Tosin that are going to go. Alright,
so we'll do Waka or stay later on. But Val is here. I don't know why. Coincidentally, yeah, we are all putting on white and black in the studio this afternoon. White hope and white black. What has gone, Val?
Like I said, coincidentally, white represents what does it represent again? Unity, yeah, right, yeah. So yeah, that's why we are here. We are all united, not Manchester United, by the way, but we are united here this afternoon through sports, and of course that's what sports does. It unites. So welcome to Sports Central, where we talk sports, and congratulations. I don't know why Chelsea fans are so excited and why they're elated. It's just I don't even know the club they played, but for them to even ship in 4 goals, it says a lot that they are not even prepared for the season. It's Chelsea fans, don't be so excited. Season hasn't started.
All right, Chelsea fans, don't be too excited. I know Emmanuel is not happy. He's not happy with that. So hearing you say they shouldn't be too excited. Chelsea wants to be excited. They want to enjoy the moment, and that's how things are going for them. All right, so we're going to have a conversation around Chelsea. We have something lined up around Chelsea today. They are linked with the likes of Jordan Henderson, Danny Welbeck. Look at their combined age, 71 years. And people are asking, why are Chelsea going for? So Chelsea are going for Jordan Henderson, and why they are also going for Danny Welbeck, who is 35. Jordan Henderson is 36. Danny Welbeck 35 as well. So the Super Falcons of Nigeria also at the venue today. They're going to be in action later tonight. I don't know, so many controversies surrounding them since Saturday. Val from the theft in their hotel, taking about $700. Then racial abuse
on
Esther. That's one I won't take.
Yeah, I know. When I say it, I was like, oh, I'll be mad at the propagandas, or should I say the news that always stems from the Super Eagles camp, Super Falcons camp. It's alarming and it's appalling. The other day there was a rumor at what's her name, Pumpta, Ashley Pumpta did not. I think she made claims of everything, but then Rashidat Majibade came out in that news though. But then I always say I don't know why it's always the Super Falcons or the Super Eagles. We are always hearing one bad news or the other. Why are you racially abusing El Coron? A very amazing footballer, an amazing striker, and then why are you now stealing $700 from the camp of the Super Falcons? Like, it's, I don't really understand. Why they no tea from Morocco camp? Why they no tea from South African camp? Why did he have to be the camp of the Super Falcons? I'm tired of just expecting. In fact, to be honest, I'm expecting one bad news or the other whenever it has to do with the Super Falcons or the Super Eagles. Like, it's becoming a routine for to the camp of the Super Eagles, or it's mostly the Super Falcons. So I mean, I believe they will reply on the pitch. That's what I know, because Esther Okonkwo has silenced her critics. She said she's going to reply them on the pitch. So I believe her for that. I really do.
All right, she's going to reply on the pitch later today. That should be at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So the Super Falcons will be in action. But let's begin with other sports. Other ball. We'll talk other sports as well. Let's talk the Commonwealth Games for a moment before we return to football. After 4 days of competition in Glasgow, Nigeria has won 10 medals, 6 gold and 4 silver, to trail only Australia, England and Canada. Team Nigeria has maintained its place among the leading nations at the 2026 Commonwealth Games, ending at day 4 in 4th position on the medals table, and ahead of every other African country, and host Scotland. After 4 days of competition in Glasgow, Nigeria has won 10 gold medals, 10 medals rather, 6 golds, 4 silver, to trail only Australia, England and Canada. Australia leads the standings with 59 medals, 26 gold, 13 silver and 20 bronze medal, while England sits second with 32 medals, and Canada is third with 21 medals. Scotland, despite competing on home soil, is fifth with 5 gold, 4 silver, 15 and weightlifting, 2 sports in which the country has continued to dominate. The medal charge began with powerlifting stars, talking about Esther Nwogu won Idris, who all struck gold, while Roland Ezurike, Esther Onyama, Rita Ferdinand added silver medals. This 71 kg title with a Commonwealth Games record of 319 kg. Onome Omolola Didi followed with a stunning performance in the women's 53 kg event, setting Commonwealth Games and Commonwealth records in the snatch, clean and jerk, and a total lift to claim Nigeria's 5th gold medal. Reigning Commonwealth champion, talking about Rafute for Lashade Lawal, then delivered the country's 6th gold, successfully defending her women's 58 kg title, while setting a new Commonwealth Games and Commonwealth record in all 3 lifts. The Nigeria 4th silver medal came through Ruth Asikwo Young, who finished second in the women's 48 kg weightlifting event. The stronger performances have kept Nigeria ahead of Africa rivals on the medals table. Wow, Nigeria doing well in terms of if you look at sports that requires energy than technique.
I wanted to say something.
We are there.
To everyone that's won the gold medal for the Nigeria side, and if you check the Commonwealth history, is ranked 9th in the world. We're ranked 9th in the world. It shows you how good we've been over the years. And then I think that's a total of I think they've won a total of 236 medal, 70 gold, 75 silver, and 91 bronze prior to the 2026 events. And then you add this 10 now, it's about 246. So it tells you how much they are fed. I mean, when it has to do with the Olympics, you not even see us for top 30. But then we are here in top 9 where it has to do with the Commonwealth. And then in this 2026 tournament, competition rather, we are just trailing Australia and then the United Kingdom, maybe England. So that tells you a lot that when it has to do with weightlifting and energy, we are there, because I didn't see any gold medal from the athletics, exactly.
We're getting there. We've not started. Toby Amosu, that's the show biker.
Of course, she will bring it home. She will always bring it home. But then weightlifting is something that I think we should just we should move our attention to weightlifting.
Yeah, maybe at the Olympics we should find a way around it.
Exactly, because we do very well when it has to. But those girls could beat you.
Everything that has to do with power and energy, agility.
Yeah, anything exactly, because we are so used to energy, we are so used to stress. I wanted to say.
Well, I see much energy.
I want to use a word, but no. Let me not use it. We are not used to being to suffer.
Like never give up.
Yeah, we have that.
Yes,
exactly.
That's resilience. That's resilience.
We have resilience, exactly. And then congratulations to every one of them who has won the gold medal. And of course, we're waiting for Amuson.
Yeah, athletics, wrestling, boxing, and more weightlifting events will still to come. So Team Nigeria remains firmly on course for one of its most successful games and campaigns. So we still have weightlifting to go, we still have boxing to go, more weightlifting events. So we also have athletics where the likes of Toby Amoson, Patience Okon George, the rest, Rosemary, Chukunonye, there are many of them that we're expecting medals from. Silver, gold. But I'm expecting more gold medals from the athletics events, and also more weightlifting events. We're going to reckon more golds. And if you look at the medals table, let's look at the full medals table. So far, after day 4 of the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Scotland, Australia topping with 26 gold, 13 silver, 20 bronze medals, a total of 59 medals in. Alright, we have England second with 8 golds, 13 silver, 11 bronze medals, 32 in total. Canada third with 7 golds, 8 silver, 6 bronze medals, total of 21. Nigeria fourth with 6 golds, 4 silver, no bronze medals, 10 in total. We have Scotland, the host nation, fifth with 5 golds, 4 silver, and 2 bronze medals, a total of 11. South Africa sixth with 3 golds, 3 silvers, and they have 5 bronze medals, 11 in total. Malaysia in 7th with 3 golds, no silver, 2 bronze medals, 5. India 8 with 2 golds, 5 silver medals, and we have 3 bronze medals for them, 10 in total. Jamaica 9th with 2 gold medals, no silver, no bronze medal. New Zealand 10th with 1 gold, 4 silver, and 3 bronze medals. Kenya 11th with 1 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze medals. We have Wales 12th with no gold, 2 silvers, and 5 bronze medals, about 7 in total. We have Cyprus in total. We have Cyprus in 13th position with no gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medal, 2 in total. We have Northern Ireland in 13th as well, as alongside Cyprus, 1 gold, 1 silver, 2 in total. Ghana 15th with 1 silver, no gold, no bronze. We have Samoa. There is also Jersey there with 1 silver. We have Samoa 15th with 1 silver. We have Uganda 15th with 1 silver as well. We have Nauru in 19th with 1 silver. We have Papua New Guinea. Alright, Papua New Guinea in 19th with 1 bronze medal. Rwanda 19th with 1 bronze medal. All these countries are colonies of the UK. The colonies of UK. So countries colonized by UK. So that's all that for the ongoing Commonwealth Games. Let's move to the world of football, where the Super Falcons of Nigeria will begin at the defense of their WAFCON title or trophy when they take on Malawi today, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. All right, Peter EJ and former Super Falcons or Super also ex International is saying that Mission 11 is possible for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. All right, before we talk the game today on the pitch, let's have conversations around off the pitch. Some of the things surrounding the Super Falcons of Nigeria in Morocco. The Nigerian Football Federation and AFC Toronto have condemned the racist abuse suffered by Super Falcons striker Esther Okoronkwo after after she shared footage and accusations of a theft in Morocco ahead of the Women's African Cup of Nations. 5 members of the Super Falcons WAFCON squad were alleged victims of theft at the Hotel Marriott in Casablanca over the weekend, with AFC Toronto forward Esther Okoronkwo taking to social media to document the team's attempts to get support from hotel staff. While the culprit was ultimately arrested, charged and sentenced by local authorities in Casablanca. Okoronkwo received a torrent of social media abuse across social media, prompting a response from both Africa and North America. All right, the Nigerian Football Federation condemns the unacceptable abuse of blah 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 blah. Let's hear from you. That long communique from the NFL. I'm not going to read it, but in summary, it's a long one. In summary, Esther Okoronkwo suffering racial abuse let's not point fingers at countries, but on social media, you know what happens on social media, especially as a player when you are visible, when your account is known. Most times when you don't do well on the pitch of play, fans go berserk, fans go personal, they go emotional, on your page, on your official account, X, Instagram, Facebook, to pour their grievances, to talk about how bad you are, go personal attack, like you say, a football without violence. You don't have to criticize the person's personality. You don't attack personality. Talk about the issues, treat the issues instead of attacking the person's race, the person's appearance, look, anything at all. I think it's a word that we have to accept everyone the way they are. You are not the one that created yourself. Someone, not someone. There is a God that created heaven and earth and made everyone. So you were not there to decide how you would look like or the place you would come from. You cannot decide, okay, I want to be from Nigeria, I want to be a Nigerian. If you are asked, I know so many would want to be Americans, so many would want to come from Canada, so many would want to come from Ghana, so many would want to come from South Africa, so many would want to come from UK, some would want to come from Germany. But you don't have a choice, so you have to stay with the choice, the look and everything, and everyone is fine.
Just adapt
in their own ways. Emmanuel, let's get your thoughts on this.
For the abuse on the players, I don't think we Nigerians are actually abusing our ladies online, and I don't think we've ever done that. Probably the men, because we watch them more for their club sides, and we expect them to be that brilliant. For the national side, the women have been very, very brilliant in recent years for the national side. They won the trophy last year. That very day, I think I was feeling bad when they were losing, but they turned everything around. So I think the attack on them should be a target attack when it comes to the Morocco side, because I think the Morocco fans would have noticed, oh, these girls are staying here. I think this is our chance to retaliate for what they did to us last year, because to them they were like, it was over, we are winning this, and all of a sudden Nigeria had to show them why we are called the Giants of Africa. They had to play with their heads cool and then return the game back on level terms, and then decided on winning the game for themselves and winning the trophy for the country. So I think that attack should be from the fan side, probably not the player side, not the Moroccan player side. Should be from the fans aspect. They might have seen the girls walk into the hotel. Maybe they know this is where they are staying, and they would try to, most of them would lodge in that same hotel, and then probably, I think, if, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Nigerian ladies are like the highest paid in Africa, something like that. So I think most of those fans will also want to make that chance, and then they would be like, after all, they have more money than our women.
So according to Esther Okurunkwa, according to some Super Falcons players, about $1,200 we are stolen from them, right? If you break it down, $700 from Esther Okurunkwa. We also have $100 from Rashida. Okay, $200 from Rashida Tajibade, the captain. $100 from Oshina Chiohale, and they also stole $120 from Joy Omewa. And according to reports, the one of the staff in the hotel has taken responsibility and has been apprehended
for that.
Yes,
that means the staff is aware of the movements. I mean, she or he was approached for that to take place. You know, we watch movies, we see how most of these things take place. You see, there must be an infiltration from somewhere. You get somebody to carry out their missions like that. The person must have had an inside man, so maybe the staff is an inside person. So that is it.
Yeah, she has been taken to the police. Val, no room for racism in football. FIFA has done a lot. CAF, I don't know how far they've gone. I've not really seen them do much as regards to racism. But in Africa, you know, we thought, or we all think, or feel like racism will only exist on the global scene in some countries, but in Africa, that I think we should be united. But generally, racism. Do you think whatever FIFA has done, or how far they've gone in fighting racism, do you think they've done enough to extinguish or to remove racism entirely, or do you think anything could be done to stop it entirely, or is it something that has come to stay?
Let's be honest, racism cannot stop. Because
why do you think it cannot stop?
No offense, but let's begin with Nigeria here. Right, ethnicism or ethnicity problem, we have it in our country. Then think of
tribalism,
exactly,
nepotism,
all those things we exist in our country. Then why should racism? Why do we feel racism stop? But I feel like FIFA are doing enough.
Segregation.
Exactly, they are doing their best, but it cannot stop because you get people if they like na default setting, their family they pass on down generational generational ideology. Let's take Argentina for example. Argentina, there is no black person in Argentina, so that's to tell you that these people are born racist.
Well, is it entirely down to racism, or it's not just Argentina? If you look at the Norwegian national team, some of the Scandinavian countries, no, they don't have black players.
No, you're talking about the football. You are talking about the football. We're talking about the nation. You hardly see a black man live in Argentina.
They don't even
country. It's not just Argentina. There are countries in the world as well.
Argentina do not even allow visitors. That's the thing. Norway allows visitors.
Yes.
Argentina do not allow visitors. That's what they know. So basically, imagine an Argentine now. You're telling him stop racism. They do it on the pitch. We saw Cristiano last season against Vinicius Junior.
Yes.
So racism is something that cannot be stopped, but it can be curtailed. And FIFA is doing everything they can to actually reduce the number of racism. Is in England, is in Germany, is in Spain. We see Spanish fans always hitting on Lamine Yamal, Vinicius Junior. They've even done it to Lamine Yamal. We've gone to Italy. Even Chiellini did it to supported racism against Moiskin. So these things are just it's something that cannot stop. It cannot really stop.
I actually feel like in most of these leagues, I don't know if it is because of maybe national issues or whatsoever, because we are not supposed to have issues concerning the countries coming to sports. I've never seen a Nigerian be abused in the Premier League. Probably because maybe the English people they take us as one of them. I've never seen a Ghanaian actually being abused in the Premier League also. But when they go to the Spanish La Liga, the German Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, and all that, they start receiving this, like Jojo Kocha once said, he never knew he was black until he got to Germany.
I came across that.
I just saw it now.
I came across that video last night.
So he said he never knew he was black until he went to Germany.
Yeah.
And they insulted him, they rained those insults on him, and he said to show them what a black man can do.
The only way to shut them up was
he told them, he said I will not say anything, but I will do my talking on the pitch, show people what a black man can do. So that is it. I think the Premier League most times, actually the Premier League knows how to manage most of those things more than the other leagues.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about managing. Has the football associations, various football associations at all level, have they done enough?
In recent years, we've not had anything like that. I think the last time we had that was like 3-4 seasons ago, and in recent years, we've not had anything like that. La Liga, I don't think I'll advise any black man to go to La Liga and want to stay for long. Probably unless you are that type that you are like Ricardo Ezequiel dos Santos Kaka. You want to stay quiet. You would not want to reply the person back, and then you just play your football, then you go back to where you want.
All right. So I would ask you, though we don't have much time, we have a lot lined up. I would ask you, what's the best way to extinguish racism from football entirely? Can we ever extinguish racism from football? All right. Let's allow both of you to digest your thoughts. But let's hear from JJ Okocha speak on racism. You know, when he joined Frankfurt in Germany. I would return to get your thoughts as regards to racism. Can we ever extinguish racism? What do you think should be done? What's the measure you think is the best way? What's the best possible measure that would extinguish or expunge or stamp out racism entirely from the world of football or from the world of sports, not just football? JJ Okocha speaks on racism when he got to Germany.
This is a true story. You know, when I first moved to Europe, it was Germany that I went to, and the rate of racism was too high then. I never knew I was black until I got to Germany. and then I was like, when I got the opportunity, you know, to sign a deal, and I signed, and I was like, how do I pay these people back? You know, what do I do that is legal, you know, to show that I'm also a racist, you know? So I figured out that the only way is to keep dribbling. So I started dribbling I said I will dribble them so some people will chop grass.
And you did. Beautiful.
So that was the whole thing behind the dribbling.
I think at some point during that game, I saw your coach do this.
You know what he said? He said after the game, had it been I didn't score, but that would have been my last game.
All right, that was former Super Eagles international. You know, so good they named him twice. JJ Okocha. You know, this describing his experience as regards to racism. All right, let's hear from you. What do you think should be done? What's the best possible measure to extinguish, expunge, stamp out racism entirely from the world of sports or from the world of football? 0907-710-6501 0907-710-6501, alternatively 02084555-977 02084555-977. What do you think various football authorities at all levels should do in order to eliminate, not reduce to the barest minimum, but eliminate entirely racism? Can racism be ever eliminated from sports, especially? Emmanuel, let's get to hear from you.
I think they should work closely with their governments. Security agencies, especially in the stadiums, especially when there are match days, live match days, work closely with the government. Stop these persons. I remember in the Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, in a game where Jude Bellingham was accused of saying something, and then they had lip readers in that game analyzing what he said, and then they realized he did not say anything harmful. I think they should have these men watching. They should have these people watching people, especially whenever it's like maybe a throw-in or a corner kick, when those black players will go close to the ball, maybe to take their kicks or to take their throws. Watch these persons very closely, read their lips, get what they are saying. Remove them from the pitch immediately, from the field immediately, remove them from the stadium immediately, and probably announce their bans after. You know, that's
FIFA introduced something at the last World Cup.
Yeah,
if you cover your mouth, you'll be.
Yeah, no, that one is within the players. I'm talking about the fans first.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think they are like the most dangerous types of persons first.
I think that what FIFA did at the last World Cup also helps to
reduce.
Not reduced. I think yes, to the barest minimum. We barely saw players at the World Cup cover their mouths to speak. Because when you cover your mouth to speak, if that one is not pleasing to the ear or to the other person to hear, it means that is bad. What you are saying is bad. You have a bad intention, or you have bad intentions. So that helped in terms of extinguishing or reducing to the barest minimum.
Yeah. So because whatever is being said can be lip read.
Yes.
So the lip
let's hear from you. Let's read your lips.
Yes. Let the next person. Say, okay, if this person said something abusive, let us read and reread it. So
or the closest person. Let the closest person hear it.
Yes. Yes, so that is just one of the steps they have to take, and I think I don't know how they do. Most times I think they do background checks. They should know, because most persons, natural, like Val said, most persons, this racism something has been inherited by they take it from their parents down. It's something like it's a generational something. They take it down.
HGD3.
Yes, they take it down.
All right, let's not dwell on this. Maybe subsequently we'll bookmark and have a robust conversation around this. Let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria on the pitch. They're going to play against Malawi today. Val, are they really prepared with all that have happened off the pitch, the hotel issues, controversies? Do you think that would affect them psychologically today?
I told you that. I think who spoke was he on Saturday? Yeah, I told you that. Okay, I didn't say that. I think right now I just feel like this is whatever is happening to them is more like they're trying to get them off balance psychologically. The crisis, the racism. Esther Okonkwo is like our best striker at the moment, because I know Aziza Oshola will not really be. Probably she'll come from the bench most part of the tournament. So Esther Okonkwo is like the target woman, the target person. So
she had over sister assist at the last edition last year in Morocco as well. Despite all the lasers and the rest, she actually gave some of those telepathic passes, final passes.
That we were even angry that she didn't come out as for one of the
best players. Team of the players, or even the MVP of the tournament.
Exactly.
You went to Rashida Ajibade.
So basically, I think like that, they are just trying to get them off balance. But of course, according to Justin Madugu, he said that the team is resilient, and then their target is to qualify for the World Cup and as well and defend their title. So I believe they can all go the way. But being prepared, I don't feel like they are ready. But I think, like I said on Saturday, Malawi might just be that game that will set them on the way.
If you're talking about Malawi setting them on the way and upsets, we saw Tanzania beat South Africa 2-1. We had that conversation last week. Nigeria played Tanzania last week. Nigeria Super Falcons 2-1. They beat South Africa 2-1, and I was chatting. I asked. I was chatting with a South African lady last night who saw the game, a journalist as well. She was gutted. And if you look, I asked what really transpired, because I didn't see the game. What went wrong about the South Africans? And by the time I saw the highlights today, this morning, they missed a whole lot of chances. They looked disjointed, not looking like a team. And I asked the lady last night, you've had Desire Elix for a decade, since 2016 as the head coach of the Bayana side. But isn't it ironical talking about discussing team chemistry, cohesion, playing as a team, not having that, playing as a team, not having that communication or having a communication gap? Because we've had a coach for 10 years. I know generations of players have come and gone, but for a coach that have been there for a while, shouldn't be an advantage. Doesn't that be an ironical excuse? Or silly excuse or not to play as a team? Because if the coach was appointed last year or early this year, okay, you would say, okay, you can excuse the coach that she has not been, or he has not been with the players. But for the manager that have been with the South African team for 10 years, isn't that an ironical excuse? Or you think she has run out of ideas?
Question.
or the players are tired of her, or they've become, or diminishing return have set in.
Question: in that 10 years, have they won it?
They've won it, yeah. 2021 they won it once.
Now, from when they started building till they won it, are they not supposed to have that mentality of
continuity? Yeah.
Yes, they should have that mentality of continuity. Despite, you don't tell me that they change the entire squad every year for the last 10 years.
Because if you look at the history of the WAFCON, aside Nigeria, who have won it 10 times, and Equatorial Guinea, who has won twice.
Yeah.
Aside Equatorial Guinea winning one more than South Africa, South Africa and Nigeria are the only sides to have played in all editions of the WAFCON. So they are regular customers. Not just regular customers, they've made it, to the finals a couple of times, semi-finals couple of times as well. They've risen in women's football.
What I want to say might sound somehow. I don't think they want to play football.
Really, they're doing well. South Africa is doing well.
They're like, I think after Nigeria, they're like the best.
So
just rising.
So that was an aside on South Africa. Just opposing that with Malawi today. Wouldn't Malawi say, okay, if Tanzania can do it against South Africa, why couldn't we? Or why can't we?
No, definitely Malawi want to go there and then try something. Because a win against the champions sets you up immediately.
Because Nigeria, I know you're an advocate of, okay, the last time we won it was down to individual brilliance, not the coach.
Not the coach, yeah.
Super Falcons for the past few years, we've not really, if we are being realistic, we've not really played as a team.
No, we haven't.
We've not played as a team. Like when you watch them, the Falconets and the Flamingos play more as a team than the Super Falcons. It's more of, okay, we play and Asisat or Rashidat Ajibade or Esther Okonoko, Tony Payne or Christy Chibe who just do one individual solo effort like that, and we have it. We've not really played as a team. If you watch Morocco, the Moroccan national team play, they play more they are more organized. They play more as a team than the Super Falcons of Nigeria. So this time around, individual brilliance see us through again.
Individual
brilliance,
they choke sometimes. Let's take a look at Argentina. Let's take a look at France. Spain were the collective side, Spain were the organized side, and then they actually went on to win the World Cup. So if I were Madugo, I think I'll focus more on team chemistry. Yes, the girls they know themselves off the pitch. I can see Esther Okonkwo and Alozie. I think Esther Okonkwo, Tony Pay, Alozie, they did lots of videos before the tournament.
They're playing in USA.
Yeah, so that there was
USA and Canada, they are close.
Yeah.
We have three players that play in Paris FC. The PSG team, Rashida Tajibade plays there. Jennifer Chiejine plays there as well. I'm trying to remember the third lady that plays. So we have teammates in club sides as well in the Super Falcons.
The only person that's playing a little bit far from them is Ashley Plumte.
Yeah, Ashley Plumte plays in the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah.
So for me, I think like I hope it doesn't choke them this tournament. I hope the individual brilliance doesn't choke them. But I feel like I always said it against Tanzania that they almost had an upset in that game, but somehow we got the win in the 85th minute to win in the 90th minute to win 2-1. So I feel like now they know that they must have learned from South Africa's defeat to Tanzania to know that Malawi shouldn't be a pushover, and they might just go for the win and destroy them. But of course, anything is possible in football.
But talking about individual brilliance, most of our players have been together for over 5 years.
Yeah.
Should they have transited or come of age to know themselves, to play more as a team than play more from individual brilliance?
So we're talking about it. It shouldn't be more of this person's ability. It should be
more of the team ability.
It should be more of
the team tactics.
We take our chances. If we get the chances, we take our chances, right? Instead of this person has the ability to do this, we have to hope on this person.
Let's depend on this person's dribbling ability. Let's depend on her shooting ability.
So it should be more on, if we have 5 chances, at least 4 should be at the back of the net, if that is okay.
But what kind of a tactics should we employ? You can't just carry the ball and throw the ball into the back of the net. There must be a process.
Most times it depends.
What kind of a process? What kind of a tactics? Okay, are we going to do counter attacking? We'll sit back to defend and see spaces to exploit behind. Are we going to do possession? We try to break down our opponent.
Most times it depends. There was a period where Nigerian women were playing on the counter a lot.
Yeah, I saw it.
There was a period where they played
during the early 2000s, and late 90s.
Yeah, there was a period where Nigerian women played on the counter a lot.
We just allow other teams to come out.
You just come and then you go at them with your pace and the rest of them. And there was a period where they played more of the tiki-taka. They became you start seeing it's like they are like the Spanish national men's side for Africa, and they're like probably like Barcelona. They play tiki-taka football. They make you feel uncomfortable. They move the ball around, and before you know, at the end of the day, they go home with all 3 points, or they go home with the game ahead of the next game. And recently, we've not been seeing them play like that. But I think recently, most times they do more of defending than attacking plays. They do more of defending than attacking plays. I think, and they've been doing more of long ball plays. Just pull the ball in. Whoever is there should just go and then continue with the play up front. So I think the coach should bring in a new philosophy of fluidity to the team. Making them play more, should I say, flexible, and then they should be more flexible in terms of mixing positions. You in here, you in there, and all that. Making them make the opponents guess where this person is going to be at the next point. Just like the way Paris Saint-Germain play whenever they play at home. They don't play in the same position. You start as a 2, and the next thing, Akraf Hakimi is in the 9th position, and something like that. That fluidity and the rest of them.
Total football.
Yeah.
All right. So far so good at WAFCON. We've seen 3 games. Ivory Coast made a return to WAFCON with a 4-1 victory over Burkina Faso. We also saw Morocco beat their opponent Kenya 4-0, and we saw host country talking about Morocco beat Kenya 4-0. So far so good at WAFCON. Today we would have Zambia against Egypt, Nigeria. Zambia Egypt is at 6 p.m. Nigeria Malawi 9 p.m. All right, let's move to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Not just the Super Eagles, not just about Nigeria male football, a combination of male and female football right now. All right, so we've seen Nigeria have produced lots of great players. We've seen great players, come out of the Nigerian, the West African, the most populated black nation. All right, we've seen great players come out of Nigeria from the 30s, from the 40s, 50s, or let's start from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. We've seen generations of players come out from Nigeria. All right, both for male and female. All right, so this afternoon on the show, in the next 10 minutes before we call it a day, who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football, in the history of football? Who do you think has represented Nigeria's legacy in football best? Who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football?
Should I go with 5 players?
All right, so we have criteria. There are some criteria you look at for. You consider global impact. You consider the person's influence. You would also consider trophies won, the trophies that the player has won, both for club and country, not just for one, not just for the club. You also consider the player's influence on.
We need to have criteria.
Yes, you have criteria. That's your marking scheme.
Okay.
All right, that's the marking scheme that you have.
So
we look at influence on the next generation. All right, we look at impact on Nigerian football. So these are the criteria for determining who is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football. You, as you listener, you also have a chance to join the conversation. We are live on Facebook. Yeah, we are streaming live on Facebook at Family Love 97.7 FM, at Family Love 97.7 FM on Facebook, our official Facebook page. We are streaming live. Go there, drop your comment, like the page. Who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football, or in the history of football, since you started watching football? What you've read, what you've seen, what you've heard, Who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the world of football? Go to Facebook, facebook.com/familylove97.7 FM, facebook.com/familylove97.7 FM. WhatsApp number 0907 710 6501. 0907 710 6501. Send us your thought via WhatsApp, voice note, not exceeding 1 minute. Who do you think is Nigeria's biggest export in the history of football? 0208 4555 977. 0208 4555 977. All right, Emmanuel, you getting to go? Let's hear from you.
Should I pick one player or
one player?
Since the limit was reduced to one, I'll go with my football club legend, John Obi Mikel.
Okay.
John Obi
What's
Mikel.
that called? All right, let's hear from you.
John Obi Mikel.
John Obi Mikel.
Yes. You said based on impact and
global impact, trophies won, individual ability as well.
Yes, John Obi Mikel.
Why are you going with Mikel? Why Mikel?
You mentioned the criterias, and I was thinking about those criterias. And look at Mikel's time at Chelsea: Premier League champion, UEFA Champions League champion, Europa League champion. Comes to Nigeria, AFCON champion. I don't think there's any other thing I need to say anymore. He captained the national team for one of those trophies as well. So,
wow.
I'll just make it very simple. It wasn't about skill. It's not about scoring free kicks. It's not about skill. It's not about scoring free kicks. It's about impact. I would say I had my time with Kanu Wonko and JJ Okocha, and then Agawa, the likes of them. What's his name? Omokachi, and then some good players. But I'll pick one very slick, slimy, dangerous midfielder, Kanu Wonko. Because I don't know, there was a time that we always played him from the bench due to his heart issues, and whenever he came into the game, the game changes. So and then you talked about trophies, so you talked about individual performance. He won the African Best Player of the Year twice. He won the BBC Footballer of the Year twice. He won the UEFA Champions League with Ajax. He won the Eredivisie 4 times. He won the Premier League twice. He won the Invisibles twice, and then he won so many things too. So
he won the FA Cup with Portsmouth.
He won FA Cup exactly with Portsmouth. So basically, I'll pick him over any other person that I watched.
He also played in the Italian Serie A.
That I watched. He even won the MPFL. Let's not forget that one too. Yes, he won the MPFL. So basically, I'll pick Kanu Wonko.
So based on trophies, global impact, individual ability, influence of the next generation,
Kanu Wonko.
I think I wouldn't look down on my own peak. I wouldn't look down on my own peak because John Obi Mikel didn't actually do bad in his time.
He won everything.
He won basically everything.
I think he's the reason why you see the likes of we were thinking about the likes of Joe Aribo, Etebo, and the rest of them as replacement for John Obi Mikel. But I don't think we can get John Obi Mikel anymore in the Nigerian national team.
What do you think we miss about him most?
What's
that quality?
Have you heard of the it's time to end the game? That the time that Jose Mourinho time, that is it. When John Obi Mikel comes in, he gives more to the defense and more to the attack.
Stability.
Stability. So it's either we score again or nobody scores again. You don't score us if we are not going to score you again. So that is it. Whenever he comes onto the pitch, you see him he does that hold up play more
control.
And then I think in the Champions League final 2012, I think he was much more like that in that very game. I think he played, to my own sense, to my own knowledge, I think he played much more deeper in that role than the way he did in other games. So that is why I'll pick him, John Obi Mikel.
Alright, so the calls have been dropping. I don't know why.
It's training out.
I don't know why it's dropping. But let's touch some transfer stories making the rounds. Chelsea, I'm not going to talk about the preseason game. Chelsea fans, if you're expecting me to talk about preseason, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about preseason. I don't waste my energy for preseason. But let's talk about some transfers. Chelsea are in talks with Brighton and Hove Albion to sign 35-year-old striker Danny Welbeck. All right, Chelsea are also in the race to sign Jordan Henderson. They are leading the race to sign Jordan Henderson. If you look at Welbeck and Henderson, they have a combined age of 71 years. Val, your reaction?
I just feel like Chelsea.
Let's see if this
I feel like Chelsea are looking for experience, more like people that will help the younger generation transit, more like a transition phase. Probably they didn't do it all this while. That's what Real Madrid did. The likes of Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, they were there to help the younger generations blend into the team. Sergio Ramos too, Marcelo was there too. They had to blend and bring in the younger generation. So I feel like that's what Chelsea should have done all this while. But I think it's now they are thinking of, let's just bring in Welbeck to probably help the likes of I'm not saying Joao Pedro, I think, and Delap, I don't know if he's staying. Jackson, all these people are experienced players. I don't even know why they are bringing Welbeck. But then I feel like they need more experience.
Somebody who has been
there for a while. Longevity and continuity is something that Chelsea lack, and Welbeck has done it over the years. 10 goals plus over the years. And then for Henderson, I think they need a midfielder that probably will just be like a mentor, or should I say a leader, to the likes of Moses Caicedo, because in midfield Chelsea do not have a leader, not even Enzo Fernandez. There is no leader in that midfield, and I feel like Jordan Henderson is what they need in the midfield, or maybe someone more experienced. If I were them, I'll go for Luka Modric for 1 year or 2 years, but then Jordan Henderson is it a bad idea too?
Luka Modric is not for sale. I don't think AC Milan wants to release him to us.
Yeah.
He hasn't won the Premier League title before. Chelsea are not in the Champions League, so you need more Premier League experience.
AC Milan do not want to let him go. There's a reason why Zlatan Ibrahimovic brought him to AC Milan. So
Emmanuel, you're in the best position as a Chelsea fan. What's your reaction? I don't want to ask you what they bring to the food or what they bring to the table, but as a Chelsea fan, looking at your club going for Jordan Henderson, going for Danny Welbeck.
As a fan who thinks this is not the right approach, I don't think they understand what is going on. Because over the years they've been complaining, they buy children, these guys are too young, these guys are mid-table, these guys are mid-age and they are not experienced.
Average players.
Yeah, these guys are average players. And we've seen some young players come, spend a year and then go. We've seen some mid-average players come and spend some years and then they go back. But I think bringing in Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck, they're not just veteran players. They are players who have been here longer. They know how the Premier League works. Especially with this team playing, I think, 1 game a week. There's no Conference League, there's no Europa League, there's no Champions League. We are not traveling outside England. We'll spend 19 days in London and we'll spend the other 19 days around the other parts of England. So I don't think it is a bad idea. I think it is something that is going to help elevate, probably most times, when it comes to transition of the players. So to help teach most of them. Jordan Henderson in the midfield is going to help Caicedo and Bako and Enzo Fernandez to grow out of their shells, and probably they will see game differently from his own angle. And Danny Welbeck is going to bring, I think, from when he plays, he's going to probably make others to sit up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. This way we draw the curtain on today's edition of Sports Central on Family Love 97.7 FM. Apologies.